Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of Metal Mark the Boss Twitching. I'm Metal Mark the Boss. Yes, about to start up game against the Colts, baby. And they're looking like a decent team at 5-3. So we'll see what kind of, maybe like I said, maybe the Madden proofing is kicking in and teams are, getting used to me, or maybe I'm just playing, better grades of teams here in the middle of the lineup. And that's why the games got a little tighter sometimes. Because it seemed like the Jets had an okay squad. Wentz had a couple weapons receiving. He had a decent tight end. He has a pretty decent running back. And then their defense had one guy with an X that's like an out, a cover man, so they had a good CB. I just don't think they're going to hold up this team.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, this is good. Nobody's mad.
Here we go. 180. Come on.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram.
Bam. I got right
Call
in.
it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
It's just me and you.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield.
Get over here.
To escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing
Laid
down,
him out.
bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
Let me get a return, baby.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. "35 yards on the return." Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Three and a half to go, first quarter.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. It's tough.
On 1st down, it's gone. Caught by Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A 10-yard pickup. And it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That's actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. They go play action here on first down. Complete to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Next to score, Dolphins 7.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Second and 9 at the 25-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
It's just the boogeyman. That's it. He's coming. They know it. That dude's a monster. They know he's on his way. They don't got that long to get rid of the ball.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
I heard the footsteps. He said the boogeyman's coming. I got to get rid of this ball.
That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Just a bad throw.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And footsteps had him shook.
And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Ooh, nobody there. And I hit that corner.
He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Well, he's going to go that way. Got to flip that play.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 44, Goff gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Well, you won. Check.
Oh, I like that.
Goff now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
I got it in his hands. It's just a
Too tough
touch
to
from
hold on
right
to
as
that
he was
one in
getting it.
2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. This complete to Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. This is Hunt on the draw play, and Hunt is not going to get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense.
I'll take the field goal.
Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
Hit it off the goalpost.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Right
what they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Garoppolo looks to throw. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They'll look to set up his blockers.
There we go. Oh, daylight was almost there.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt.
Oh,
he's got a little daylight.
Oh, boy.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Gotta power it through. Show him the muscle.
Touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time.
Get off me, kid.
And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes
So I
our
took
score
my kick. I was like,
17-0.
We'll get it back.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the
My
scamper,
kicker don't
and a
have
very nice scamper.
I only have like one other kicker
zone
in
for
the
the
year.
touchdown.
So I was like, well, I'm not going to cheat my kicker an opportunity here, and I'll just
Now
kick
after
it.
the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Because I've been playing pretty much straight up ball. I did it again. I've only had like once or twice that I tried to go for
up to help lead
the
this
2-pointer at the end after a touchdown. Once they suggested it and I tried it and I failed. Once I did it myself and I did fake kicked it and just ran it in with the kicker. And they were like, I can't believe from that kicking spot he got it in.
Mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, Ingram.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
They'll give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play, but it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it, and 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
A great return there of 22 yards, and it'll be Dolphin football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Mike 58, right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Yeah, I knew where he was going as soon as he buckled. I was like, oh, it's time to let go. There's nobody there in the area.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Inside, baby.
Let's go. Do it.
That's good.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Give
me that neck.
Rush, and down he goes.
Give me that Garoppolo neck.
Trey Flowers, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Get down.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Like 20. Me and you all day.
Now Goff on first down. He's got Green.
Still caught that Duker.
Now a timeout called with
Bounced.
3 seconds to go. And of course,
He's
they're
a
in
monster.
field goal range in the final
That's
seconds of this first
replay
half.
worthy.
This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. A final shot before break here. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
The monster needs to eat.
Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen. But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Tell me about
All
it.
right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. Matthew Stafford leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. 27-16, the final score. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. 35-0 is the final score. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Now a carry for Bernard. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's gone. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, here we go.
On the delay, here's Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
That went right off of my own blockers.
Maybe already has an eye on that third
Call that
touchdown.
pinball machine.
How about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Just follows Garoppolo.
How do you let him, how do you let him get underneath you and grab that, bro?
They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, zigzag.
Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Oh, I got him. Pants down. We're coming right in.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
Should have bounced it out.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Their respective passes from this side.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy out.
I had it, and it just couldn't get the ball off. I had him wide open, too.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Gone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff as his guys continue to pour it on.
As far as tight ends go, if you get 3 or 4 touchdowns in a season, that's usually counted as a pretty good year.
And CD, he just hit double digits. That's 10 touchdowns for him now.
Yeah, and that's something you really have to applaud. That's elite level production.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score is Dolphins 45.
That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Do it.
Let's go.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's got room. And now look
Stick
at
his
him
boots
go.
with an inside-outside run.
And
He needed
all the
it.
way in for a Miami touchdown. Kareem Hunt, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Fumble.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself.
I should have been right in. That was my fault.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton.
That's my fault.
16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a 1st down. Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one complete to Ingram. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo again.
Oh, come on, dude. Grab that ball up.
Cameron Meredith the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
6-man. Check curls. Check it.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
He wasn't ready.
Here we go.
3rd and 6.
55 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Hunt. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st down,
Goff going to throw it. It's caught. Smith. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Goff now just 1 misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's 1st down. And an alley to run. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Maybe I can go for it if I can get the ball back.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
And the Colts coming out now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Thank you.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down.
Does that stop the
Puts
time?
them back on their heels.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
There we go!
That penalty is declined.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing now. Goff. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Miami, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, They'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to
Get them young, keep them long. That's how you get the win. There we go. I don't know how to add to the trade block. Like, grab players and put them out there in just in case. See, and they won't let me select my own guys. Upgrade position only, it takes me to other teams. See what I'm saying? There's no draft block. You used to be able to do that, is put players up. And nobody's even came at me for trades. Nice. One of them is assimilable. Only got minutes. I don't know if I'll make it through the... I might be able to make it through the practice if I'm quick. But they normally do like a quick practice before the real thing. So we'll see if it's fast enough.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to work?
Who goes tonight? 180! Left on it! Tonight, 180! Turbo set! Tonight, 180! Tonight.
That was my dumb fault. Throwing it too close before he broke away.
Who goes tonight? 180! What's that? Tonight, 120! What's that? Tonight, 120! Tonight! Tonight, 120! What's that? Who goes tonight? Hey, tonight! Here we go.
This is it.
Black 20.
You only got one shot. Time to go for gold.
What's that?
All right, man, bring it in tight, bring it in tight.
Got it done.
Let me tell you something. That was the best practice of the season. Not a single mental mistake. That's the type of
Monster.
practice championship...
Alright. That's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. I'm Metal Mark the Boss. It's been Metal Mark the Boss Twitching. I'll be back with more Madden 2020. Yeah, I'm almost done this season. And I think next season I'll up the hard level. And we'll see if I can continue to keep beasting it. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. Check out my merch store. Alright, I'll see you guys. Stay safe, late.